My dear brother, my dear sister, have you ever failed in something that you truly cared about and felt that there was not any other chance for you? Take a moment and think about it. There are some times we fail in life. There are times we disappoint others. There are times we even disappoint ourselves. There are times we fall short. And in those moments, we ask ourselves so many questions. We ask ourselves that, am I even still useful? Can God still even continue to use me? This is exactly where we meet Peter in the Gospel of John chapter 21, verse 17. Peter, after denying Jesus for 3 times, meets Jesus. And Jesus meets Peter after his resurrection, not with anger, not with condemnation, but with a question of love. Jesus asked Peter, "Simon, son of John, do you love me?" Peter responded in the affirmative. And Jesus afterwards entrusted to Peter the care of his sheep. My dear brother, my dear sister, I would like us to face reality as humans. Would you entrust to somebody who has denied you not for once, not twice, but 3 times? Would you still go ahead and entrust to this person the care of something that you really hold at heart? I will not do it, and I think you will also not do it, because from human point of view, that would be recklessness. So, was Jesus so reckless in entrusting to Peter the care of his sheep? No, Jesus was never reckless. The truth is that the love of Jesus surpasses human understanding. The love of Jesus goes beyond the ordinary. The love of Jesus does not keep score of our wrongs. The love of Jesus deems us fit even when we fail. That is the more reason why, even after Peter had denied Jesus for 3 times, Jesus still went ahead and entrusted to Peter the care of his sheep. What does it tell you, my dear brother, my dear sister? This reminds us that our failure, our shortfalls are not the end of the story. Our failure do not end the story. And even in our weakness, God still calls us and entrusts us with greater responsibilities. If God loves us this much, then we in turn are called to respond to this love of God. How do we respond to this love of God? We can respond to this love of God by performing that task, that responsibility Jesus entrusted to Peter. That is to care for his sheep. How do we care for his sheep? We can care for his sheep by caring for our brother, by caring for our sister. We can care for his sheep by being patient with one another, by being compassionate with one another, by forgiving one another, and by letting go the wrongs of other people. In doing that, we will be caring for the sheep that Jesus entrusts to our care. And with that, we will be responding to this special love God is calling us into. My dear brother, my dear sister, which area of your life do you feel called? Maybe you have failed as a Christian. Jesus is calling you to pick yourself up and become a good Christian. You may have failed as a husband, as a wife. Jesus is calling you to be a good husband, to be a good wife. You may have failed as a parent. Jesus is calling you to be a good parent. I ask again, which area in your life have you failed? Jesus is calling you to pick yourself up and become better. Living Catholic, experience the word, cherish the word, and live the word.